Hey guys, so in this video we're going to get into more of a discussion of something I've been meaning to talk about for a long time, and that is the whole Quicksilver situation, Evan Peters situation at WandaVision. So before we get into this video, I am going to be spoiling the ending of WandaVision just for the context of this video. So if you've not seen WandaVision's episode 9, then here's a little warning. It's been over a week. It's your fault if you've not seen it yet. I'm just going to be completely honest with you about that because it's been a week. If you haven't seen the final episode by now, then that is your own fault. Do not blame me if you get spoilers here. But anyways, you guys remember I made a video after WandaVision episode 9. Typically, I wait to give my opinion until I do a live spoiler discussions. Yep, that's right. For those joining us in the channel, we typically do live spoiler discussions after a movie or show gets released. So if you want to hear something like that, make sure you subscribe and turn on notification bells. Here on this channel, we talk about movies, movie news, and everything in the wonderful world of movies. So if you're a big fan of movies, if you're a big film geek like I am, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notification bells. Over 90% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe right now and not be one of that 90%. But anyways, let me get back into the video. So typically I wait to give my opinion until the spoiler discussions I do live so that I can talk to other people about it. But I just couldn't wait. And I'll say this. I love WandaVision. WandaVision is such an amazing show. It exceeded expectations by a ton, not by a little, but by a ton. It exceeded expectations. However, one thing in particular that I was very furious at was the Evan Peters situation. Now, I'm not going to get into everything else. This is specifically for Evan Peters' Quicksilver situation. I was excited when he popped up. Now, was I like Luke Skywalker level? Nope. Nothing for now has topped off that Luke Skywalker cameo in The Mandalorian. So when Evan Peters pops up, I'm like, all right, that's cool. X-Men Quicksilver. Now, from the beginning, I said this is not going to be the Fox X-Men Quicksilver. It's not going to be him. It's going to be maybe somebody else. That's what I said, because I'm like, first of all, this show was filmed way before the Fox merger with Disney, so there was no way they got him. Second of all, I don't think Kevin Feige would want to associate himself with the Fox X-Men universe, because regardless of what you want to say, Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, and New Mutants have left such a big stain on X-Men. I talk to a lot of non-comic book fans, the general audience, and typically when I mention X-Men, they're like, oh, those terrible X-Men movies. They always say that. Now, I love Days of Future Past. I love First Class. I love Logan. I love the first X-Men trilogy. I even kind of like The Last Stand. Yeah, that's right. I kind of liked it. I don't think it's that bad. But regardless, X-Men left a bad stain within the last few years of being on Fox. I mean, yeah, Deadpool and Logan were saviors of the X-Men franchise, but, the rest of the X-Men kind of not at that level. So I always assumed Kevin Feige, this is just going to be a little funny gag. Don't expect much from it. I did expect something multiverse related, but I did not expect him to be like, oh, I'm from the Fox X-Men universe. I work with the X-Men. Charles Xavier. Magneto's my dad. Something like that. And so, episode 9, I think episode 9 comes around. We have our predictions. We're like, oh, this is going to open the multiverse. This is going to do this. This is going to do that. So, we see in the episode, he's in a house in the basement. He has a Monica Rambeau trapped underneath, and he's just like saying, nah, you can't leave. And he's running. Eventually, Monica finds a picture that says Ralph Boner. And I'm not going to lie, my immature humor, I laughed at the boner joke. Yep, that's right. I laughed because I am that immature. Then eventually Monica pins him to the ground and sees the bracelet, takes it off, and we find out that this is actually a guy named Ralph Boner who was trapped under Agatha Harkness's spell. We find out that he's just some guy named Ralph Boner. What I'm assuming is he's an actor. That's what I've been hearing fans say. I'm assuming he's just an actor who was hired by Agatha, and that bracelet gave him powers. And that when it first happened, I laughed. until I think 10 minutes after, I'm like, wait, this is the conclusion for Quicksilver? And John Campea, he explained this better than anyone else has yet. He said Kevin Feige did this as a running joke. He did this as just a quick little gag, a way to trick us, to manipulate us. And he did a very good job because a lot of fans started theorizing what is going on. Why is Peter from the X-Men universe all of a sudden Pietro from the Avengers universe? And look, even though I said from the beginning I didn't think that this Quicksilver would end up being the X-Men Quicksilver, what I've been saying is I do think it's going to open the multiverse. However, I don't think they're ever going to acknowledge the X-Men universe. Even though I've been saying that, I will admit, what's the point of bringing in Evan Peters just to say a boner joke? Now, I get it. I love humor. I like jokes. However, you can't put so much anticipation to the fans and then all of a sudden just throw it away like that. It's kind of why I got mad at the Mephisto thing, because regardless of what you want to say, they teased Mephisto a ton throughout the show. The hexes, the sixes, the bunny, everything. I'm sorry, they teased Mephisto too much. If they had not teased Mephisto, then I would not be angry. Now, I'll admit, I still love WandaVision. I think WandaVision is a fantastic show still. But criticism has to be, I have to give criticism when criticism's due. Same thing when respect is given. I respected WandaVision because of how much it just blew me away, how much it exceeded the expectations I had. My expectations for WandaVision were like here. And this is where WandaVision ended up. So that speaks volumes. But still, the whole Evan Peters thing. What is the point of bringing in another universe's Quicksilver, calling him Quicksilver in that show or movie you're doing, but then at the end just say, oh, boner joke? That's my problem. That is my underlining problem. And then not only that, but Kevin Feige before this had mentioned WandaVision is connected to a story arc that has Spider-Man 3 and has Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, well, fans need to stop theorizing so much. Fans need to stop putting their theories number one. I understand that. I've always said this, when you go into shows and movies, do not expect your theories to come out right. A lot of my theories were right, a lot of my theories were wrong, and at the end of the day, I was not disappointed at those theories. I'm just disappointed at what's the purpose of having Evan Peters show up and him not do anything. Just say, oh, Ralph Boner, some guy in the MCU, I don't know, some random guy. And it's like, you could have casted anyone, you could have brought in Adam Taylor Johnson, you could have done anything else, but you brought in Evan Peters, and of course fans are going to theorize. Of course, if you bring, like, if you can't just, it's like, for example, let's say Spider-Man 3 comes out, and let's say you see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man swinging his web, swinging like Spider-Man, you see Tom Holland see him, and then all of a sudden, let's say, oh no, that's just some random guy who happened to have web shooters. Let's just say that. Of course, the fans are going to theorize about that, because you give them a reason to theorize. You give them that purpose. Now, I'll admit, a lot of things fans said were really idiotic. Everyone was saying this show's going to open up the multiverse. They're going to bring in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Ian McKellen's Magneto. And I'll admit, some of those, for those people who are subscribed to the channel, I kept constantly saying that Ian McKellen was going to be the Luke Skywalker level cameo. That turned out to be wrong. I'm not even that mad about the Luke Skywalker level cameo because the show never teased that. I mean, yeah, I did rant about it a little bit, but honestly, I look back at that and I'm like, the show never teased it, so that's my own fault. That's not the show itself. Elizabeth Olsen did say something, but then again, Elizabeth Olsen probably isn't a Star Wars fan, so I give her a pass. I understand fully. You know, I should not put this some pressure on her back. So I apologize to the people who I kept telling that Ian McKellen for sure is going to be that cameo. I turned out to be wrong, and I'm not mad about that. I'm just mad what's the sole purpose of having Evan Peters as Quicksilver, and then at the end just make a boner joke. A lot of people have been comparing this to the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, how we tease the Mandarin the whole time, and we find out he's just an actor who's pretending to be the Mandarin. To me, Iron Man 3 is actually a very underrated film. I actually did not mind the Mandarin thing. Even me, I'm a big comic book fan. I grew up reading the Iron Man comics. I remember, Mandarin was one of my favorite Iron Man villains. Although Iron Man didn't have that many big villains that I really liked, the Mandarin was in the top list of my favorite villains from Iron Man. I was not left disappointed by that reveal. especially because Marvel then released a short movie where the Mandarin, that the actor for Mandarin he was broken out of jail, and we eventually find out there actually is a Mandarin, and the Mandarin is actually mad at the fact that, you know, he was being played by some other guy, which is funny. Oh, my bad. I did not mean it. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to ear rape your headphones. Sorry for those guys watching headphones. By the way, a little fun fact. If you want to hear my voice with the best experience possible, I really recommend headphones because, I don't know, whatever it is. But the whole Evan Peters situation. My problem is just, what was the point? What was the whole reason? Like, a funny gag? I mean, yeah, a funny gag is cool, but you cannot stretch out a gag because then it gets boring. And especially something this big. And look, I still loved WandaVision regardless. That is one thing I'm going to look back at WandaVision with disdain. I will say the MCU has treated Quicksilver very poorly. I'm a big Quicksilver fan. Especially Evan Peters. I really liked Evan Peters as Quicksilver, especially that scene from Apocalypse where you hear "Sweet dreams are made out of," or kind of like, or wait, no, it was what was the movie? Days of Future Past, where you're time is like time in a bottle. You seem so like, I love those scenes. I love Evan Peters as Quicksilver. I wish we got a little more of him. And I'm a big comic book fan, so Quicksilver I like Quicksilver a lot. Not nearly as much as the Flash, obviously, fastest man alive, but I still love Quicksilver. I just wish we get a proper MCU Quicksilver. Sadly, somehow Marvel has botched 2 Quicksilvers. Because look, I love Adam Taylor Johnson. I think he's a great actor, and I think his performance in Age of Ultron was pretty good. However, I didn't like how they just quickly killed him off in that one movie. But then again, they are doing it for Wanda's story, so I'm fine with it as long as, you know, the payoff is good. Then Evan Peters is where I really raged. I'm sorry, the boner joke, you know, even though I laughed the first few minutes, after a while when I realized, oh wait, they're actually going with this, I was like, dang. And when I first heard Ralph, I thought, oh, maybe that's Mephisto. Mephisto is pretending to be Quicksilver. A little question, if Agatha's a witch, why didn't she just bring in Adam Taylor Johnson? Is it because she actually can't create life and be like, maybe it's because of that. But my question is, why did she pick Evan Peters specifically? Like, they don't look similar, so why get him? And how was she expecting Wanda to fall for it, though? That's my question. She did mention is like you fell for Pietro, fake Peter. And my question is, why? I mean, I understand why Wanda did fall into it, because he did say, it was like, he did mention a lot of things from their childhood and stuff like that. But how did Agatha expect Wanda to think this way? That is a big question I have. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end off this video. I'm just going to let you guys comment down below. What are your thoughts, questions, theories, or concerns? Did you like the Evan Peters reveal? Did you think it was stupid? Do you think Ralph Boner was really hilarious, or do you think it was dumb? Whatever it is, comment down below. I want to hear your opinions, because this channel is all for movie fans, and I really love it when you guys comment down below your opinions, because that's the reason why I created this channel, so I can hear y'all's opinion. I can hear what y'all think. And yeah, y'all leave in the comments. That way we can have interesting discussions. And yeah, before you go, please make sure you smash the like button. It helps this video on the algorithm. It helps boost my ego. And it helps me create better content for you guys, because that way you're supporting the channel. And make sure you subscribe if you are new to the channel. Like I said, over 90% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Please do not be part of that 90%. Help support the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bells. That way you can have future. Oh my god, I hit the table. That way you can have future content here on the channel. And yeah, y'all make sure to comment down below again, like I said, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Isaac the Film Geek. Link is always in the description for the video, whatever it is. Also, I have a second YouTube channel called the Boi Isa. In that channel, I just do other kinds of videos. It's also going to be in the link in the description. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.